YouTube Live. I almost said Facebook.
Oh my gosh.
And I almost said normal Facebook or YouTube Live. Wow.
Wow, we're fumbling.
Wow. Yeah, we are on Friday this week instead of Thursday because we had some business to wrap up at the old place last night. Had our walkthrough today, final walkthrough to make sure everything was good, so we should be good to go.
Yes.
From now on, we are now only in this house, so that is good news. If you are new to our channel, welcome. We've been getting a lot of new subscribers lately, so we would like to welcome you to our channel, especially if this is your first live show you've caught with us. We try to get to every single question, so make sure you leave your questions about moving to Florida, living in Florida, in the live chat, and we'll make sure that we get to it. Like to hear where everybody is from. That's always a good thing. See where you're watching from. All right, we're good to go here. So what is going on, everybody? Where's everybody from? Where are you watching from? And what's going on? When are you planning to move to Florida? Are you already here? Where'd you move to? We want to know all that stuff.
What's your bank account?
Yeah, what's your bank account information? Love to know that as well. And as usual, I have a Florida brew. I wanted to say on tap here, but it's not on tap. It's in a can. And this is from the Crooked Can Brewing Company, actually in Winter Garden, right down the road. And it's called High Stepper IPA. 7% alcohol. I will let you guys know how it is. What is up? Rob from Arkansas. Arkansas. Teresa, hello. Brian says hi from Minnesota, watching from, the Virgin Islands. Brian's the one from the Virgin Islands, St. Thomas. Welcome, Brian. You have better weather than we do. Victoria, hi from Dallas. All right. Wanting to leave Illinois? From Illinois. Imagine that. Johnny, bravo. In the construction railing business, are there a lot of multifamily buildings going up in Sarasota or Fort Myers? Got to get out of New Jersey. Tons of them all over the state. I can tell you Florida has a ton of multifamily housing communities. And actually, I was just talking to you about this today. The construction company I used to work for, one of my projects with them was the largest multifamily housing project going on in the entire country. Now that's going on Flamingo Crossings for Disney. It's to house all of their interns, college, whatever program people from all over the world that are going to work at Epcot. So it is a huge facility. There are like 40 buildings, 6 swimming pools. It's got an amphitheater, tennis courts, basketball courts, all that stuff. But to answer your question, I forgot, we're already way behind here. To answer your question, Johnny, yes, there are an enormous amount of multifamily housing projects going on all over the state. And the railing business is a great thing to be into because all those multifamily housing projects all have balconies for the most part. So railings are huge. Misadventure says, love the hair, Lynn.
Thanks, guys.
I knew it wouldn't take long for somebody to say something.
I needed a little bit of a change. And guess who was my hair stylist?
Who?
Eric did my hair.
It was me, guys.
Yes. Thank you.
Jessica says, hey guys, still in Illinois. Love your hair, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Teresa says, hey guys, watching from Massachusetts. Anywhere near
Boston?
Boston, maybe. Howdy from right down the road. Hi, Alan. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, Alan.
Teresa from Minnesota, moving in August. Fantastic. Where are you moving to, Teresa? Douglas says hi from Syracuse, New York. Doug and Stacy. Hello, Doug and Stacy. Lots of New Yorkers in here all the time. Below 0 today in Menominee Falls. It's getting cold up there, huh?
Up there, hey?
George says, hey guys, watching from Connecticut, hopefully moving to Davenport in the summer. That's awesome, George. And if anybody, we do love Davenport. And if anybody didn't know, I am a licensed realtor here in Davenport, Central Florida area. If you're looking to move anywhere around the Orlando area, please reach out to me if you'd like my help. You can reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram. You can find our Florida with 5 accounts, or you can send an email to us, floridawith5@gmail.com. All those contact info, all that contact info is down below in the description of this video.
Check them out on TikTok too.
TikTok too, yeah. I gotta start making more videos on there. My last one was pretty funny though.
Yeah.
Danielle, hey guys.
Hey,
oh my
Danielle.
gosh, Linz, love your hair.
Oh, thank you.
Yolanda just moved to Florida about 5 months to Haines City. We love Haines City, Yolanda.
We love Haines
Very
City.
up and coming area. What do you think of it? Love to hear that. Juan says from Oklahoma City, a paint contractor and waiting to move to Orlando, Florida. You'll be busy here, Juan,
yes.
for sure. Karen says, hi from Silver Lake, Wisconsin. We're expecting another 5 to 8 inches of snow tomorrow through Sunday.
Oh,
Ugh.
Wisconsin.
I really need to get on the husband about moving sooner than 5 years. Expedite your plan. Just save, right?
Yes.
Johnny again says, nice, sending resumes out Monday, flying down February 17th. Awesome. Sarah says, Lindsay got her hair did. Love it.
Thank you. You guys, I was so nervous. I've been looking at this color for like how long, Eric?
It's been a while. You had this color before, but it was years ago.
Years ago, but then we just did it, right?
Yep.
We went to Sally's and
go for it.
Eric did it, and yeah, needed a change.
We got the Sandersons in the house. Happy Friday from Anchorage, Alaska. Lindsay, and I don't know if you saw her post, but they had bears climbing the fence.
Wasn't it a moose?
She's put a moose on there before,
she?
yes, but I think today or yesterday there was a bear climbing a fence.
Oh, I did see that.
So you got nothing to worry about, Clara. You got all that stuff up there. Alligators, snakes, no big deal, right?
Yes.
Johnny says, thank you. See you down there. Of course, Johnny, let me know if you need any help. Otherwise, reach out to me too. I know some places you could probably send your resume to. So if you want to, reach out to me. Sanderson says, OMG, Lindsay, your hair. Big hearts.
Thank you.
Hair looks great, says Victoria.
Thank you.
Kim says, you're both looking like Florida life is treating you well. Thank you, Kim,
Thank
even though I'm
you.
out here in a big puffy down jacket. I didn't want to be cold, but now I'm getting a little hot, so this might be getting peeled off pretty soon. Hello, Mark Andre, how are you? Teresa says Fort Myers. Okay, we love Fort Myers area as well. Parcha Kitchen says, hi from Connecticut, welcome. Kelly says, going down in March for one more time to look around to find a place, planning on moving in April. That's awesome, Kelly. Mark Andre says, can't you talk more about Tampa, Florida, please? Guess what, Mark? I am going to be doing a collaboration video with someone, probably going to do it this weekend. I don't know if you guys are aware of the Eric Evolving channel, but he is a person who moved from New York to Tampa about a year and a half ago. And if you saw a video on our channel called Why We Love Davenport, I'm going to kind of start doing a series like that, and I'm going to talk to Eric about why he loves Tampa. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that specific area. That video should be up on our channel within the next couple weeks, so definitely be on the lookout for that. I know a lot of people are interested in that area. Rob says, moving to Fort Myers, 1st of March. House closes in 28 days. So ready to get some warmth. That is awesome, Rob. Yolanda loves Haines City. That's great to hear. Bo says, hey guys, long time listener. You've talked a lot about baseball, but my son is really into hockey. Is there much for hockey programs in Florida? Definitely, especially around the Tampa area. As you know, Tampa Bay Lightning won the Stanley Cup last year. So hockey is actually really big around that area.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't heard of hockey here.
The Tampa Bay Lightning won the Stanley Cup this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And now the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, unfortunately, are in the Super Bowl because they beat my Packers last weekend. Also, the Tampa Bay Rays were in the World Series this year. So what a year for Tampa Bay sports. Jules says, OMG, guys. Lindsay, love your hair.
Oh, thank you.
Eric, you need to get your hair done now.
We had leftovers.
We had leftovers. I was thinking about it, but I didn't think it'd be a good look for me, right?
I think you could pull
I've
it off.
always went natural. I thought about doing like frosted tips, but I wasn't sure how that would look. I'm just kidding.
We should put some sun in. Remember sun in?
No, I
Remember
don't.
the sun in spray?
I don't remember that.
Oh my
Some of these
gosh.
ladies probably do though,
Oh
right?
my god, it was horrible for your hair. Turn it orange.
We got Marcus saying hi from Turkey.
From
Wow,
Turkey?
we got overseas listeners here. So
That is awesome.
welcome, Marcus. Thank you for joining us. We got my moderator Daniel in here saying maybe I should start vlogging from St. Pete. You might as well, right? We'd
Ooh.
love it. Hey, and you know what? Daniel, if you'd be interested, I'd love to even interview you sometime about why you love St. Pete, you know? After you've lived there a little bit longer and figure out a little bit more of the stuff. You know, you probably already know a bunch of it. You've been spending a lot of time looking around. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. Teresa says, where did you start your real estate classes? How long did it take you? What was the cost for the license? Okay, so I took mine on a site called Pro License Florida, which I do not recommend. I got through it, but I'm a very visual learner, and that course was all text-based. Like, I had to read the whole thing, so it was 63 hours of reading. You ask how long it takes, it's a 63-hour course, so if you take a week off of work, you can technically get it done in a week, you know, if you sit in front of the computer all day. For me, it took me, you know, while I was working and stuff, a month and a half or so to take the course, the class, and then you got to get your fingerprints done, you have to do your application, you have to apply to take your test, you have to take your test, and then you have to apply for your license and all that other crap too. What else did you ask here? What was the cost for the license? Well, the course, I think, was something about $200. To get your fingerprints done was around $40 or $50. The application for your license is $80. And then you sign on with the brokerage. Usually there's sign-on fees. With me, I went to EXP. It was like a $150 sign-on fee, plus you pay $80 a month brokerage fee. Then you have to join the MLS, which is like another $1,000. So there's a lot of costs involved for sure. Daniel King says, love the videos. Hi from Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you, Daniel, and welcome.
Sully.
Sully, what's going on?
Come here, buddy.
Rachel says, great color on you, Lindsay.
Thank you.
She says thank you. She heard. Sun-in was horrible, says Teresa. I'll let Lindsay know you said that. Karen, still love my Packers. We'll do it next year. Yeah, I hope so. You know, we've been saying that. 2 NFC championship games in a row. I think, 3 in the last 4 years, and they've lost all of them. It's pretty heartbreaking as a fan. Hannah says, I have someone looking at a couple places for me in Lakeland. That's fantastic. Let us know how it works out, Hannah. Daniel says, what do you guys think about Cape Coral? Daniel, we love Cape Coral. We actually considered moving there. That was about as far south as we wanted to move. Cape Coral, great little town, tons of canals, lots of, homes on the water. Although you have to be careful around there because lots of those canals don't actually lead to the ocean. So you need to watch out if that's something that you're looking for, to be able to have Gulf access. Lots of those homes don't have Gulf access. And even though it's so close to the water, it's not actually a beach town. To find the nearest beach is probably about a half an hour away. You got to go to Fort Myers Beach. I know across the bridge is Pine Island, but that's not really a beach there. So if you're looking for the beach, Cape Coral might not be for you, but it definitely is an area close to the beach that's very affordable. SB Flacco says, SB here, thought I missed your live stream, glad I made it. Yeah, we originally had it scheduled for last night, and we had some things we had to take care of last night, so we moved it to tonight, but glad you're here. Jamie says, Samantha and Olivia says, hi, love your videos. We are looking in the Orlando area. Well, let me know if I can be any of assistance to you again, guys. I am a realtor here in the Orlando area, whether you're looking for rentals or buying a house. Love to help you guys out. Even if you're just looking to narrow down neighborhoods, my help is free. So always willing to help anybody out, for sure. This is a very strong and bitter tasting IPA. If anybody's a beer lover here in Florida, this is a beer right from Winter Garden. Bo says, when is the next music video going to drop? I don't know. There will be one eventually. Who knows what it's going to be? But I'll do it again for sure. I mean, what do I got? I got our intro and then the social distancing 6 feet one on there. Maybe I'll have some creative juices coming soon and start working on something like that. Like everybody, do a favor, hit the like button right now. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, helps our videos jump up a little bit more. That's a great way to help out the channel. So if you could, hit the like button for me right now. Jamie says neighborhoods are the deciding factors. For sure, Jamie, and especially Orlando. I don't know if you're specifically looking in Orlando or if you're looking at suburbs around Orlando, but the different communities around Orlando can vary greatly in price as well as in safety. So if either one of those are a huge concern for you, reach out to me and I'd be more than happy to help you narrow down places. Eric says, hi, I just bought a house in Davenport. That's awesome. Congratulations. You mind sharing what neighborhood? I'd love to hear what neighborhood you're moving into. Gilby's from Minnesota. Welcome, guys. Victoria says, do you help people with buying or renting homes in the Tampa area too, or just Orlando area? I go as far south as about Lakeland, not all the way to Tampa, but I do have contacts and people that I would love to recommend you to down that area. So if you're looking for a realtor anywhere in the state, I have contacts, people I've spoken to personally that I've put my trust in. So I'd be more than willing to hook you up with them. EMI says, hello from Minnesota. We're moving to Tampa in June. Can't wait. Thank you for all your help. You're so welcome. Again, you guys, anything we can do for you guys, feel free to reach out. Any of our social medias, send us a message. Even if it's, hey, is this a good area? You send me a house and say, hey, is this a good area where this house is? I'd be more than happy, to let you know my opinion. Sanderson say, so we've been scoping out Sarasota area and saw some posts, different Facebook group, that the area is getting crowded there. Kind of got us worried. Should we be worried? I don't think you should be worried. Every area is getting crowded in Florida. Not crowded, but they're building houses faster than they're building roads. So that is what the main problem is the traffic in a lot of areas. Now, this is going to be a short-term problem because as you might see if you come down here, there's road construction everywhere. Highways are getting extra lanes added. There's new roads going up. They're taking care of the problem, but again, they started building these neighborhoods and didn't really think about the roads first. So that might be what people are talking about with the roads. And again, these new roads being built, there's going to be new grocery stores, new schools, everything to accommodate all the extra people. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Eric says, planning to move next month. Fantastic. Hello, Annalisa. How are you doing? Jamie says, Winter Garden, Windermere, Claremont, Davenport. Okay, so you got a couple there, Jamie. If you're looking at price points, it's going to be Windermere's at the top, then it's going to be Winter Garden, then Claremont, then Davenport. So if price is an important factor for you, that's the order those are going to go in. As far as safety, those are all safe areas. I would recommend each and every one of those cities. Another factor you got to think of too is if you are or where you're going to be working and your commute, because if you're living in Winter Garden specifically, lots of the access to Orlando is going to be on toll roads, so that might be an issue for you if you want to, or if you have to drive on a toll road every day to get to work. That can add up really quickly. Steve says, can I follow you on Instagram? And he gave his Instagram handle. Absolutely. If you want to follow us on Instagram, our Instagram handle is Florida with 5, the number 5. And again, the link to our Instagram is right down in the description of this video. So you can definitely follow us on there. Eric says, Davenport Estates, because that's, or Davenport Lake Davenport Estates? Because that's right across the road from where we're at now, actually.
It is?
Yeah. But he said Davenport State, so I don't know if he's getting that mixed up. Maybe it's something I've never heard of. There's so many new communities here, Eric,
Yes.
that we lose track of them pretty quick. Victoria says, cool, thanks, you're welcome. Happy birthday, Annalisa. You get kazoos. Happy birthday to Annalisa. Ooh, that was a little different one.
Yeah.
Sounded like a goose. A goose.
A goose.
A Canadian goose.
Yeah.
Brittany says, we have only been here a week tomorrow and are already in love. We know more people here in 1 week than in all our years at our old home. The friendly and welcoming community makes it feel like home. That is fantastic. And
That's awesome.
I'm glad you're finding a community that you fit in, and it seems like it's a good fit for you, Brittany. Mark Andre says, I heard lots of Canadians live in Tampa. Maybe, possibly. It's funny, we were just talking about Canada.
Yeah. Hey.
Bull Brown says, notice you have a coat on. Wonder what the temp is there. It's 16 in Maine. You got your phone on you?
No, it's dead.
It's like, it's got to be upper.
For the record, when I saw you get that out of the closet, like, that's dramatic. It's not that cold.
I was cold out here earlier. It's not that cold. It's probably like 59, right? You know what? I'm going to look it up here right now. Let's see. Davenport, Florida weather. It's 55 right now. It's 55. So that's coat weather, right? In Florida, that's definitely coat weather. You know, our blood gets a little thinner once we move down here.
It
So
does.
55 in Wisconsin right now, we'd be outside in shorts and a t-shirt. 55 in Florida, I got a down coat on. Gilby says, Mr. Gilby fell in love with Homosassa area. Do you have connections in that area? Homosassa, that's up by Crystal River. Yes, I do. So if you're looking for a realtor up there, definitely reach out to me, Gilby's. Annalicia is great. That's fantastic, Annalicia. Happy birthday. We got Lenny Besterman in the house.
Hey, Lenny.
He says, you look cold. We were just talking about that. I'm actually feeling very toasty right now, Lenny, so thank you. And anybody interested in the Sarasota experience, if you're interested in the Sarasota experience, if you're interested in Sarasota, check out Lenny's channel, Sarasota Experience. He's also on Facebook, goes live all the time, shows you around the town, different sites, different beaches, things like that. So he's definitely worthy of a follow. Tracy says, did you guys move? Yes, we did, Tracy. We moved the beginning of this month. Still in Davenport, though. New England Trucker says, what's up? What's
Hey,
up?
buddy.
Lots of happy birthdays to Annalicia. George says, hey, people, use Waze app to avoid tolls. Works for me every time. Yeah, that will work. It might also add a lot of time to your drive sometimes. You know, sometimes the tolls... Yeah, they're a pain in the butt, might cost you a couple bucks, but if it saves you 30 minutes, that's probably worth it, right? But yes, definitely, Waze will help you avoid tolls. It'll also help you avoid traffic cameras, as well as police officers.
Yeah. Not that we need that, because like we always follow the speed limit, right?
I do.
So do I.
I have my wood stove cranking, says Bo Brown. Oh
Ooh.
man, I love the smell of a wood stove. Douglas says that's sweatshirt weather in Syracuse. I know, you guys can make fun of me all you want. Sanderson says, when you use GPS in Florida, how does that work with all the new roads going up? Better to use Google Maps or something? What map apps keep up with the new routes there? Clara, if I'm talking to Clara, we usually use the Apple Maps on our iPhone, and I have never had an issue. Even like when there's a road under construction, it'll send you a different route. If there's traffic too heavy, it sends you a different route. So on our iPhones, we've never had an issue with Apple Maps.
No.
Joe says, we have been here just over a month, and today was the first day feeling cold.
Yeah.
It gets cold in the mornings sometimes, especially. And right now, this time of night.
This morning it was really cold.
Annalicia says, I'm loving the hair color. It fits you so well. It makes your eyes pop.
Oh, thank you.
We were just talking about that, right?
Eric actually picked this color because he thought with my green eyes that it would. I just needed a change. It needs to tone down a little bit. We just did this like what, last night?
No, was it? No, it was 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago, so it's a little bright, a little intense, so it'll tone down a little bit, so.
EMI says, Lindsay, I love your hair.
Thank you.
Your hair is a hot topic in here.
Oh my goodness. You guys are all so sweet. I appreciate it.
Rachel says, do you have realtor connections in Parrish? I sure do. Reach out to me.
In Paris?
Parrish.
Oh, Paris.
Parrish,
I was
Florida.
Like, Paris.
Again, guys, you can reach out to me. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can reach out to me on TikTok. Or email right down below. All those links are in here. Lindsay, no one's beating up the like button tonight.
You guys, let's beat it up.
Beat up the like button, guys.
Eric will jump in.
No, I won't.
Eric would chug 5 beers. Just
Lindsay,
kidding. I'm not taking care of you.
Yeah, you have to take care of you. Where are we at here? Oh, Mark, thank you so much.
Mark, thank you.
Now I'm losing it here.
I'm gonna be losing it because your kid is baking in there. So.
Brittany says, "Love your new hair color, Lindsay. It looks really nice."
Thank you, Brittany.
You're welcome, Lenny. And Teresa says, "Had to get a pool." Yeah, we had to make sure the new house had a pool for sure.
Definitely.
Mark says, "Relate to the party. Great to see you guys. My wife, Lindsay, loves your hair, Lindsay."
Thank
you are such a hot topic in here.
Thank you.
Cheryl says, look at a Destin area possibly sooner than I thought. Safe places to live near there and affordable moving from Missouri. I've heard great things about Fort Walton up by Destin, so I would check out that area.
Destin's beautiful.
Destin is so beautiful. Cheryl says, looking at, that's what we just read. So that's awesome. Jordan says, hey guys, since you're from Wisconsin, do you feel like it's easier for you to deal with what Florida calls cold than the natives?
Yes.
Like what Florida calls cold, not really actually that cold to you.
Yes and no. In the beginning, yes. But now actually spoke to one of our followers today for quite a bit, and she had oh my goodness. Now
You're acting like me.
She had that kind of same worry a little bit, and it's crazy how much you adjust. Like you were saying, you get really thin blood.
Yes.
So now, our first year, we were like, why are people wearing hoodies and like caps and wearing tank tops and shorts?
We were going to the pool in like January, February.
No, it's funny because when we first moved here, we moved in February, January time, and we were like, where is everyone? Why is nobody playing outside?
Yeah.
Like Floridians just don't come outside. And then we had the community pool to ourselves for like 3 months. We're like, this is awesome. And like people were looking at us like, you guys are crazy. Like, how are you swimming? But now being here 2 years, now we look at them like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe you're swimming. Like they have to be like just vacationers because it is freezing. So you really adjust really quickly.
Matthew asks, do you work for a real estate agency or are you independent? I work for a real estate brokerage and I have partners that I work with as well. So I'm not working alone. I am a solo agent, but I have partners that assist, with different aspects of the transactions and everything like that. So I'm a solo agent working for a brokerage with partners. How's that?
Confusing, but yeah. I'm solo, but I'm not.
Yeah. Tracy says, my husband is on the fence about moving. It's 36 here in Ohio, and he's concerned with all the people who have been moving to Florida. It will be too crowded. Tracy, like I just said, it does seem crowded in some areas, but I believe that's because, like I explained earlier, I'm not sure if you were here, that they're building houses faster than they're building roads. Eventually, these roads are going to catch up. They're going to, on these new roads, build new grocery stores, new department stores, new schools, things like that. So everything will level out eventually. Florida's got a lot of open space yet, guys. So it's not like the whole state is all cities and highways and roads. There's a lot of country.
You know what, though? I feel like since we've moved here for 2 years, I feel like Orange Blossom Trail exit going into Orlando has been under construction the entire time we lived here.
I-4's been under construction for a while.
Oh, it's a wreck going to Orlando.
Yeah, Daniel, you're right. Florida's huge. A lot of people are leaving as well. So
Yes.
That's true. And Mark, thank you again for the super chat. That's really helpful.
Silly.
Yeah, New England Trucker. Let's get some likes going here. 46. We're doing all right. We can probably get a few more. Brian says, what's average cost per pool to have pool, electric, maintenance, etc.? I'm not sure yet, Brian. I'm trying to find all that out myself because I haven't had one personally. As far as maintenance, we have somebody that comes to take care of our pool weekly. Now, that's like adding all the chemicals, changing the filters, things like that. And it's $80 a month for the pool maintenance. That's actually a really good deal. Typically, the prices I've seen are between $80 a month and $120 a month. Now, again, that's for weekly service. They'll come by once a week to balance your pool, the pH levels and all that, make sure your filter's good. They'll skim it, they'll scrub the bottom of it, do all the maintenance that's required on it, and that's what that costs. To heat a pool, I've heard so many variants in how much people pay to heat their pool. We choose not to heat our pool because we don't want to find out how expensive it is. But as far as like water and stuff, I would assume it's going to cost you a little bit in water because we're having to top our pool off about once a week. We add another inch of water. So any of you that have a pool, I'd be really interested to know if that's normal because it's not like we're swimming in our pool all the time right now. The kids do go in it periodically, but again, I'm having to add water to it every week. So is that normal or do we got a leak somewhere? The Boogies said just sign on Laureate Park home last night from California. We've been truly inspired by you guys and can't wait to escape here. Jason and Susan Boogie. Well, thank you very much, the Boogies. Where is Laureate Park? I'd be very interested to know that. Baking, which kiddo? She says.
Oh, Brody. He's our muffin man.
He's making muffins?
He's making muffins.
Sanderson say hot topic with the hair because hot mama. Go, Lindsay. You are radiant.
Thank you so much.
Oh, somebody said boo. to Sunnin earlier.
Oh, I know. I was just joking about Sunday.
I think it was Teresa.
Oh my goodness. We used to have to, me and my sisters would like smuggle it into the house because my mom hated when we used it. We would just spray
What does it
that.
do?
It's supposed to like make you like platinum. And
Did
like,
it?
You don't remember
Was it
the
just
girls.
like bleach?
It would make you orange.
Oh my
like
gosh.
you would be orange and your hair would be like horsehair.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Literally ramen noodles. It was horrible.
Brittany says, Tracy, we moved from Ohio last week. Plenty of room and you won't regret it. Yeah,
No.
there's a lot of room here in Florida, guys.
Yes,
so
there is.
that's actually a video we have coming up soon,
It
too.
is.
So we'll talk about that. Annalicia says, I found out that I have to get another line of credit, so my TransUnion will start to report on my TransUnion report and start looking for my home. All right. Annalicia, did you talk to the person that I sent you? Is that who you heard that from? Whitley says, hi, friends. Good to
Hey,
see
Whitley.
you. You still have to reach out to her.
I do. Yes, Whitley.
She's got a question for
Yes, I got a question for you.
you. The Boogies, Lake Nona. Okay, that must be a community there in Lake Nona. So fantastic. Congratulations to you guys on your home.
That is awesome.
Annalicia says, do you have a saltwater pool? No, ours is chlorinated. I would actually
wish.
love to have a saltwater pool. They're way less maintenance and way less cost involved to maintain. So I would love to have a saltwater pool. There are conversion kits you can buy, but we're renting this home, so we're going to deal with the chlorine pool while we're here. Danielle says, I'm mailing out your package tomorrow.
Ooh.
Can't wait for you guys to try some new snacks.
Oh,
we can't wait
I'm
too.
so excited.
Did you sneak a couple
Hey, and
cans of beer?
by the way, I'm loving watching your renovations.
I told her that last week.
Oh my goodness. Did you see their laundry room?
I did, yeah. I
It's
think I
so
commented
cute.
to her on that last week.
It's so cute.
And I
Are
heard
you guys just doing it? Sorry. Are you guys just doing that yourself?
Yeah,
Like,
she is.
She is?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's
And
so
I
cool.
hearted your TikTok video today too.
Very cool.
Mark says, can't you survive in Florida if your English is not too Can't you survive in Florida if your English is not too bad, but you can't be understanding by people in Florida? I'm French Canadian. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
You'll be fine.
Honestly, like there's such a mix of people here.
Oh, yeah.
When I worked in the construction trade, I worked with people that didn't speak English at all. So I would be
I actually was in line at a checkout and someone was doing that app.
oh, like translating?
Yeah.
We did that with that one guy from when I was trying to sell a bed, remember?
Oh my god.
That didn't work out
That,
so well.
that didn't work out.
It's another
well.
story.
Bad example.
Jordan says, what do you know about Malabar? Nothing, never heard of it. We've got friends that live there, and that's where we really want to look at coming from Elkhart, Indiana. I'd have to look that up. Do you know what it's by, Jordan? What big towns it's by? Brittany says, oh my goodness, all the talk of sun in it takes me back to my teen years.
You guys, I can smell it right now. The sun in.
I remember, all I know is the smell of that enhancer that you use. Does it smell like that? That tanning enhancer?
Oh, that smells good.
That does smell good.
No, sun in does not.
Sun-in
it's like the
smells like
polar.
bleach.
It's like the complete opposite.
Smells like bleach. Dia says, second time watching you guys live. Welcome, Dia.
Welcome.
Can you guys tell me about Altamont Springs? Are there any major hospitals near that area? I'm a nurse and don't want to live far from where I work. Altamont Springs, let me look this up because I'm pretty sure it's pretty much Orlando. Looking it up right now just to get a better idea. Maybe I'm wrong. Whoa, what's going on here? Okay,
Yeah,
so
we're like, it's like freezing on the screen.
yeah, it's just north of Orlando. So you're over by Apopka. There's going to be tons of medical buildings. Actually, Orlando Regional Health Center in downtown Orlando
Ooh,
is
yeah.
a fantastic facility.
Really
I'd put it
big.
right up there with like the Sarasota Hospital and stuff too. So
Really?
yeah, that's a fantastic hospital, Orlando Regional Health Center. So check
It's
that
really
out.
pretty too.
Yes, it is. And welcome and thank you, Dia, for tuning in. For your second time. I can't believe we
Yes.
didn't scare you away the first time, right? Sunnin in the 90s was a beauty staple, says Clara.
Oh my gosh. Can we just like do something where like if you lose a bet or something, or like if you don't get a bunch of likes that you want, can we just do sun in?
Oh,
It will wash out.
guys, like the video, please.
Oh my gosh.
Teresa says, Lien on your car. How difficult is it to have the company transfer to Florida to get your car registered? I went through that. It's not that hard. It was a little bit of a process. It depends who is holding the title to your car. The company, I suppose. It's all on them, really. You're waiting on them. It wasn't that big of a process for me, I guess. I had to get the paperwork from the tax collector, which those of you who don't know, that's what they call the DMV down here, is the tax collector. I had to get paperwork from them, fill it out, and then I had to fax it to the company that held my loan, which was Wells Fargo. And then I had to wait for them to mail it to the DOT.
Which, BTW, that took a long time.
It did take a long time. So it took them probably 7 to 10 days to mail it out. So it was a little bit. If you have a loan on your vehicle, guys, that's very important. You can't just go to the tax collector to register your car in Florida. You can go get your Florida license, but you won't be able to register your car in Florida until that lien release is transferred to the tax collector of the county in which you reside in. Now, I know that's a lot to remember. So just when you make an appointment to get your Florida license, just know you're not going to be registering that car that day if you have a lien on it. Get the paperwork, and then you won't have to make an appointment. Registering your vehicle does not require an appointment. So just get the paperwork, get everything taken care of, and just ask for confirmation from the company that holds the lien on your vehicle of when they send out the lien release. That was a lot of words.
Yeah. I was like, whoa.
Sandersons say, hey, as an Alaskan, it was the only way I could get cheap blonde hair in the summer. Yeah, that's true.
I lived on that for like a good 6 years.
Other than just watered down bleach, right? Or hydrogen peroxide.
I don't even think they sell it anymore, honestly.
Didn't people put hydrogen peroxide in their hair back in the day?
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Danielle says, yes, doing all the renovations ourselves. We were almost done until Ryan flooded our bathroom today. Hopefully it'll be listed in 2 weeks. Come on, Ryan.
Oh, man.
Jordan says it's by Melbourne. We love the Melbourne area,
yes.
Jordan. So anything by Melbourne, thumbs up from us. Teresa, I have the same question. I'm glad you asked. I'm getting my Florida license next month. There you go, Joe. We just answered it for you. Life of Steph Vlogs. Hello, Steph. Patrick says, hey guys, I'm a former Wisconsinite here now in Chicago. I got to get out of Illinois. Yeah, you do.
Come down here.
Just found your channel. Appreciate everything you do. Thank you very much for letting us know that, Patrick. We're very thankful to have you here. So Thank you. Daniel says, Malabar is a town in Brevard County, Florida. Oh, wow. Thank you very much for the very detailed info, Daniel. As part of the Palm Bay, Melbourne, Titusville Metropolitan Statistical Area. You pulled all that off the top of your head, didn't you, right? No Google involved in that? New England Trucker says, have you ever tried to have a saltwater pool instead of chlorine? Not yet, but I think when we own a home, that's something I want to do.
Cool.
It might actually even make you feel like you're by the ocean, too, and it's not so hard on your skin. That's another main
I was
thing.
wondering that, though. Would it be kind of drying or no?
I haven't heard anything about that, so... Things that make you go, Patrick says, first time tuning in. Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you. Welcome.
Don't do it, says Teresa. What are we not doing, Teresa? Oh, the sun.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it to him.
Matt is here. Hey, guys.
Hey,
long
Matt.
time no see. We're glad to have you, Matt. So welcome. Dia says, I watch all you guys' videos after they are posted. I never catch you live to ask questions, so I'm excited. Hope to move in 2023.
Woo.
Well, welcome, Dia.
Welcome.
Mark says, do you have free health care in Florida? Because I don't want to
wish.
struggle hospital bills. No. Pretty much Mark, are you the one from Canada that was just talking? I know Canada's got free health care, but the United States does not. You can get free health care here if you are unemployed.
If you
pretty
qualify
much.
for it.
Yeah, right. There's like government programs, but you're not going to be able to probably afford your rent if you qualify for these government programs. So definitely not free health care.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
When you told me that not that long ago that Canada had free health care.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is awesome. Yeah.
Sorry.
I thought you were just going to let out a belch.
No, Teresa says, can you request the form before you move down? I believe you can. I would call the county in which you're going to reside, Teresa. Call the tax collector in the county in which you're going to reside and ask them if you can do that, and they'd probably help you out with that. That would be a perfect idea, though. Daniel says, unless you come from Minnesota, we keep our titles. That's awesome. Jordan says, good evening from freezing Michigan. Can't wait to come see sunny Florida in a few months. Yeah, Jordan, for sure. Matthew says, what is your territory as a real estate agent? Matthew, we are in Davenport. So Davenport, Claremont, Haines City is kind of like my bread and butter. I will go as far south as Lakeland, so that includes Winter Haven, Auburndale, Dundee, Frostproof, all those little towns there. I'll go over to Winter Garden, Orlando, Winter Springs, Windermere, Dr. Phillips, Sanford, Lake Mary,
So pretty
Lake
much Central
Nona,
Florida.
everything in Central Florida. Pretty much anything within an hour radius of my house, I'm good to go. Because pretty much parts of Kissimmee are about 40 minutes from my house.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Gigi, love your hair color, by the way.
Thank you.
And also, we just booked the hotel the plane tickets, Florida. Here we go. Yay!
That's
All right.
exciting.
Congratulations, Gigi. And we're happy to have you come visit. Wanting to leave Illinois, so just curious, are the orange groves down there like the apple orchards where you can pick your own? Yes. There are
We
many.
just picked oranges.
We did not too long ago, and it's actually orange season right now. And that's something we said is going to be.
Uh-oh.
He just dropped a pan. That's something we said is going to be a new tradition of ours because we used to go apple picking every year when we lived in Wisconsin. Now here in Florida, we're going to go orange picking every year. Daniel says, is it a DEA or DIA? You're welcome, Teresa. Johnny says, should I rent a place before I buy? This way I can get familiar with the Sarasota area. Johnny, what I always tell clients, friends, viewers, anybody to do if you can afford it is to get a short-term rental like an Airbnb for usually 2 months is enough time. This question was actually just asked on our Facebook group yesterday. I think somebody asked, should I get a short-term rental for 60 or 90 days while I'm looking for a home? 60 days is plenty because of how fast the houses go here. Closings are usually around a month, so as long as you find a place within 3 weeks of getting here, you're good to go in 60 days. Now, 90 days, I tell people that if they're looking to kind of leisurely look for a house, experience Florida a little bit, maybe look for houses today. Tomorrow we want to go to the theme park. The next day we want to go visit a spring. We want to have some fun in Florida before we settle down. So 3 months if you're looking to do something like that. 2 months if you're strictly trying to fast track yourself to a house. But that's something I recommend doing is getting in a short-term rental to know the area too before you actually buy a place. Now, there's nothing against even renting for a year if that's something you want to do. But lots of people don't like to think that they're throwing their money away in a rental for that long. So you can always get an Airbnb for a couple months. And I also don't recommend just going on Airbnb and booking the place. Go on Airbnb if you find a place you like, reach out to the owner of that place, and usually you can work out a special rate for 2 months, 3 months, or whatever it is. Don't pay the weekly rate that you see on Airbnb. Sanderson's, you guys are just talking back and forth. YRN Remy says, hi, I plan to move to Florida in a few weeks. I have $2,700 for my move. All I'm taking is a duffel bag and clothes. I found a room for rent for $600 in Tampa. Is there anything I should consider? I'm 18. You know what? Being 18, you'll be fine with that. I kind of gawked at the fact you said you only had $2,700. But if you're moving by yourself, renting a room, you're going to be fine because, just with $2,700, you already got 4 months of rent right there. You can live off ramen noodles if you want. You're going to be able to find work at whatever, a department store, a gas station, something like that. You'll be able to find work and you'll be fine. You're very welcome, Gigi. Daniel says, question, me and my family aren't moving down until November this year. Any advice on things I can do so I can speed up time to speak? Speed up time, so to speak. Okay. Not think about it too much. Please help. Speed up the time. So are you coming down with a job or what's going on with that? Otherwise, I would say just save money. Don't go out to eat. Don't buy things you don't need. Find a second income. Go do DoorDash. Go sell your things that you're not going to be taking with you. Save up money that way, and maybe that can help you speed up your process a little bit. Sanderson said, we saw people with free health care when we lived in Germany for 4 years. Patients had long waits for appointments, and they just have a very different medical care system. Gave birth there, it was different. Okay, well, that's interesting, so thank you for that, Clara.
Where was that?
That's in Germany.
Ooh.
You're very welcome, Johnny. DEA, okay. Daniel says, got the Malabar info from Apple Maps and they use Wikipedia. Okay, thanks, Daniel. Remy says, I'm actually moving for my music career and I'm going to have income, just kind of nervous, honestly, because I'll be away from my family for the first time and sometimes I worry that if they need me, etc. Okay, so Remy, Lindsay, you weren't here for this. Moving down in a couple weeks
Okay.
with $2,700.
Okay.
18 years old. And she's
Oh,
found
to
a
be
room.
young
She
again.
found a room for $600 a month to rent the room.
Oh, cool. Very
Told her
cool.
she's gonna be fine. I
You'll
was a
be
little
fine.
scared right away when I saw that amount of money, but being 18, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna
Yeah.
find whatever work you need
Does
to
she
do.
have a job right now?
She said she's moving down for her music career. So
Okay.
definitely there's tons of live music venues, especially in Tampa area because it's around the water. There's gonna be lots of places that, if you're good, which I'm
Actually,
assuming you are.
There's a lot of people that just play independently on the streets.
Yeah, you
that
can
do very, very
play
well.
on the streets.
Yep.
You can book gigs at restaurants, things like that you can play on the beach. It's going to be awesome for you. So
You'll do fine. You're young. You're motivated. You'll do very good.
you'll
You should
do
send
good.
us some of your
Send
music.
us some music, yeah. Daniel says, awesome, yes, thank you. How much should I save up? Our rent is going to be around $1,700 a month. Daniel, where'd we go here? I'm going to look back up. My family, we're going down November. Okay, Daniel, so we actually have a video on our channel where we went over this. You can find it on our page. It's called How Much Money Do We Need to Move to Florida, I think it is.
Yeah.
So it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
We did a little example, and I think we said a family looking for a 3-bedroom house, roughly $1,500 a month. So it's going to be very comparable to what you're looking for. And I think we recommended if you're moving yourself to come down with about $10,000, and if you are moving with movers to have something like $14,000. I would double check prices because we did make that video I think a year ago or so.
Lots
so
of change.
Things could have changed, although rent prices really haven't changed that
Yeah.
much in our area. So that's definitely something to look more into and do your own research. But I think that'd be a good round number if you have a wife and kids. About 10 grand if you're moving yourself, and 14,000 if you are moving with movers. And even more if you don't have a job lined up. Because if you don't have a job
Yes.
lined up, you want to at least have, I'd say, 3 to 6 months of all your living expenses ready to go.
Is the job market still like affected
Job
by
market's,
COVID?
it's a little bit, but the job market's getting a lot better now too. Kendra says, hey guys, we finally caught alive. Welcome,
Hey,
Kendra. And congratulations on the baby.
Oh my
right?
goodness, yes. Congrats.
Rob says, what do you need when you transfer your driver's license? Oh man, I forget, but we
Isn't
do
it just
have
the usual?
we have a
birth
video on
certificate?
this on our channel where we actually were at the DMV when we were doing it. But I believe you need proof of address, your old driver's license, proof of insurance in Florida. Oh man, that might be it. For some reason, I feel like we needed our marriage certificate, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
So if you're married, you probably need your marriage certificate. I don't know why, but we did.
Which was weird.
But
wasn't it?
yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
And you also, if you're registering a vehicle, you need to have that vehicle at the tax collector's office or the DMV because they inspect it, not for deficiencies or anything like that, or emissions. They inspect it to make sure it's not falling apart and that the VIN number matches. Daniel says, yes, I'll have a job before I move. Perfect. So yeah,
Yes.
I would say 10 to 14,000, Dan. Dia says, I love your hair, Lindsay.
Thank you, Dia.
Jordan, are the tourists starting to return to normal, or is it pretty quiet? It's pretty quiet still.
It's quiet.
There's some tourists for sure, but the fact that Disney, Universal, the big SeaWorld, all of them, all the big major theme parks are limiting the capacity. So of course there's not going to be as many people here, but
Yeah.
we're not seeing as many tourists.
I know even downtown Disney, when my parents were here, they've only have so many accesses in. Like they've shut down most of their parking lots, and you can only come in through the garage. Yeah.
Okay. We haven't been there in so long. Mm-hmm. Daniel says, "Oh, here comes a blanket."
I know. I'm freezing. Now I'm
You were
starting to
making
shake.
fun of me for my jacket. Remy says, I'll definitely send my music. I'm a guy, though. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Not a girl. Haha. Remy is my name from high school.
Aw, I love
From
that.
the Fetty
name.
Wap area. Okay. And I would love for you guys to come to my shows. I have 5 lined up in Tampa. We would love to.
Awesome.
We absolutely
We
love
live
our
music.
favorite thing is being at a restaurant like on the beach with live music. We
Yes.
absolutely love it. So definitely please send us something. We'd love
Yes.
that. Send us a link to your Facebook or something.
And a young guy will do just as good as a young girl.
Oh yeah, for sure. Sanderson say, here's a random question. Have you guys seen anyone famous in person since you lived in Florida? I have not. Have you? Number 2.
No, but on my shows and stuff, when they go to places here, I'm like,
Oh my gosh, I've been there.
Because like in Wisconsin, like nobody came there. So now it's like, you know, now when I watch my shows and they like go to the places like we've been, it's kind of cool. But however, we do see those cars all the time, and you wonder
Oh, we
who's in
see
them.
we see really fancy cars
Oh, yeah.
all the time.
And
I
you
actually
wonder who's
saw
in
a
'em.
Bentley the other day.
And there's a lot of like drivers,
Yes.
like people
like
being
in
drove.
the black Lincolns.
Yes.
With the, yeah. Remy, I want to say something too. Book a show at Jimmy Hula's, and we'll for sure be there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say one of our kids was almost Remy. I love that name, but it was gonna be Lucy, and I don't want to make him feel even worse. 'Cause Lucy's a girl.
Patrick says, "What are your thoughts about St. Pete? That's the area I'm strongly
Oh.
considering. You suggest areas outside of flood zone. That's one of my concerns."
St. Pete is the best.
We love St. Pete, Patrick, and honestly, the flood zone thing is just gonna be on your homeowner's insurance if you're gonna be renting. Excuse me. So that's something to watch out for that. You know, obviously, anywhere near the coast, we all know hurricanes
Yes.
happen.
Shush.
Oh, get in contact with them, he said.
Is he going to Jimmy
He
Hula's?
said he's gonna get in contact with them.
Oh, 'cause that's where we watched that one guy that
was in
still-
Clearwater. Let's get back
Oh,
to this
sorry.
question here, okay? We'll get up to that.
I'm just
We'll get up to
tacos,
that.
you know,
I know,
Jimmy.
tacos. Patrick asked about St. Pete. Is it a flood zone? Anywhere near the coast, you know, if a hurricane gets a direct hit, there's going to be flooding. So that's something to consider. Now, the only thing with that is your homeowner's insurance. So if you're a homeowner, your insurance is going to go if you're near the coast, right? But the good thing is if there is a hurricane, it's going to be covered by your homeowner's insurance. So that's the upside, right?
Yeah.
Downside is you're going to pay for it. Upside is if something happens, you're going to be covered. And
Right.
I mean, obviously it's still going to be a headache and stuff, but that's ups and downs of living by the coast.
It doesn't flood here, right? Because of the way they have the streets, right? Where the streets
Here
go
in
like this.
Orlando, we don't really get flooding, but you're right. I mean, the streets will flood for sure, and we've seen it
Yeah.
for sure. So, Remy said, "I'm going to fish mainly for my food. I love to catch and cook. Hit us
Very
up. We would
cool.
love to go fishing with you."
Yes, we just invited ourselves.
Yeah, we invited ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel says, "Is that your pool in your backyard?" Sorry, new viewer here. Yes, it is, Daniel. We need to start doing. You know what? Once the year gets going here, it's gonna be light out, so
Yes.
you'll actually be able to see it. And maybe we're gonna be filming some videos this week too, so
Yes.
you'll see more of our pool. New England Trucker says, "I'm coming down February 11th to look around. Can't wait. That is awesome. I know you've been watching us for so long, so we're excited for you."
That's so exciting.
George says, 4,000 for a U-Haul nowadays coming from Northeast since COVID and gas is going up. Moving is getting a little more expensive. Yeah, I bet it is, George. You guys, that's something too. If you're planning your move, don't wait till the last minute to book your U-Haul, because the longer you wait, the more the prices are going to be. If you book something 6 months out, you're probably going to pay half the price of what you are if you're going to book it 2 weeks out. So if that's where planning comes into effect, you know when you're going to leave and book things way ahead of time. Remy says, "Are there a lot of Latinas down there?" Just asking for a friend. Yes, tons
Yes.
of Latinas and Latinos. So
Yes.
there's lots of them. Whatever your preference is, Remy. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You bet, though. Assistant to the regional manager. Love the name.
Yes.
Are jobs easy to get? Also, do you think, say, working in a restaurant is a good job for a teen just out of college into Florida? Absolutely.
Yes.
And jobs like that are super easy to get. You know what I would suggest is, finding a spot in a busy area, a very touristy area, because tourists have deep pockets usually when they're on vacation. You're going to get bigger tips and things like that. So, I don't know where you're planning on
I
moving.
couldn't even imagine what they make. They probably do very well.
But I'm thinking about places like WeGo and like Disney Springs.
Yeah.
If you could be a waiter or waitress in Disney Springs and work at like the
Oh, yeah.
Rainforest Cafe or something
Oh
like
my
that,
gosh.
T-Rex or something where you got big groups coming in.
You got big bills,
and the
yep.
typical bill is anywhere from $150 to $300. You're gonna get some dang good tips there.
Yeah.
So I would look into that. Sanderson say marriage certificate for women if their last name changed from what it is on your birth certificate.
That's what it was.
You know, Sanderson, Clara's going to be on our videos, I think. She's got more info than we do. So
She's
anybody
very
have a
knowledgeable.
question, please reach out to Clara.
Yes, she's super knowledgeable,
I think she's just done her research, right?
which is
Very
very,
good. Marcus says, is it possible to work in Florida with a tourist visa? A tourist visa, I'm not sure of. Definitely a work visa, obviously. A tourist visa, I'm not sure of that. That's something to look into, though, Marcus. I'm sorry I don't have the answer for you. Daniel says, says St. Pete is beautiful. My family has only been here like 2 months, but we really like it. Is that it's a massive city, but very laid back feeling. St. Pete is so laid back.
Oh my
It
gosh.
is.
It is. I love St. Pete. We need to go there. I love it.
Mark says, is it expensive to get a phone plan in Florida? No, not at all. There's like prepaid places like Cricket Wireless and stuff that you can get phone plans for like $50. What?
However, the service.
The service is horrible. Even with ours, we have T-Mobile. We got 3 phones. I think we pay like $200 a month or something. But phone plans, you can get prepaid stuff that's not that bad. I mean, you can get a phone for $50 a month.
However,
unlimited.
if I'm on my phone and I'm talking out here and I walk to the front house, like the front of the house, I lose.
I always come out here by the pool and walk back and forth.
And on 27, don't even think about it.
Well, we have T-Mobile and we probably shouldn't, but we're under
sure.
contract, so.
Cat baby.
Yes, Remy, get in contact with Jimmy Hulas, for sure.
Oh my gosh, I'm hungry now because he said Jimmy Hulas.
Jordan says, does the love bug infestation thing happen every year? If so, is there a nasty cleanup after? Jordan, yes, it happens every year. Some years are worse than others. Our first year here was absolutely horrible.
Last year wasn't bad.
Last year was not bad
Maybe
at all.
they heard COVID was here.
It happens twice a year, actually. Once around Mother's Day and then once in the fall. Usually the first one in the spring around Mother's Day is the worst. The first year we were here, they were literally piled up outside of our front door. So there was a ton of them. They do get all over your car. There's ways to get them off. It's one of the things about moving to Florida, but it definitely doesn't make it not worth it. So
No, but remember that day that I was tanning?
No.
And I had the oil all, like I was tanning and they were sticking. It was awful.
You came in with bugs all over
Yeah,
you?
it was awful. I felt like a windshield.
Daniel says, as far as famous people, you're looking at 2 of them right now.
Oh,
Yeah, not really.
Stop.
I've been recognized one time out in public.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Jessica says, we have always visited St. Pete Beach for many years. It's the best. Can't wait to visit the new pier. Oh my gosh, we love the new pier. And it's got so many things to do. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Jessica says, we stayed at Hideaway Sands Resort. My family has a timeshare there. Such a nice resort. I've never heard of that, Jessica, but I'm sure it is. I mean, St. Pete is filled with tons of good places. Remy says, I'm more than happy to take you guys fishing. We can do a catch and cookout series. Yeah, I'm starting my own blog to give an audience a look into my life, and I'd be happy to bring you both along. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so you gave us our YouTube. Super happy I found your amazing channel. Thank you very much, Remy. We look forward to hearing from you and seeing more of what you got. Sanderson say, maybe y'all can do some cooking videos or TikToks. Brody can give us muffin recipes. Clara, he makes them out of the package that's just add water, so it's not much of a recipe that Brody's following. The assistant to the regional manager says, looking into houses in Florida, which locations do you recommend? Tampa, Vero Beach, and Jacksonville. Which is the best community and schools, etc.? Ooh, what'd you say? Tampa, Vero Beach, Jacksonville. I'd say all those are pretty similar. Jacksonville has St. Augustine, which is St. Johns County, right below it. Now, St. Johns County is actually the best public school system in the state, so that's an area I would recommend. Those are all, you can't really go wrong with any of those areas. You're all near the ocean. Vero Beach is beautiful, so is Jacksonville Beach. But then again, so is Tampa. You're so close to Clearwater and Honeymoon Island and places like that. You got a pretty good list there. I would just look into those and see which one you like the best. Clara, 2 is easier is a no for employment unless you do something under the table pay-wise. Okay, thank you, Clara. Clara is our expert. Douglas says, my wife works for Verizon, but use AT&T wireless phone. Okay. Chainsaw Chad, my wife and I are from Michigan and are thinking of moving to Panhandle and becoming husband and wife real estate team there. What company are you associated with? I'm with eXp Realty. The reason I chose them is because it is a completely online brokerage. I wanted to work from home, do everything from home. I didn't want to have to go into an office for meetings or anything like that. I can do them right here on my computer. I really love that aspect of it. Jules says, hey Lindsay, do you play volleyball? I can answer for her, Jules. She's not here right now. She did play volleyball in school. She doesn't now, but I'm sure if the opportunity arose, she would love to play some beach volleyball for sure. Daniel says, you guys have Instagram. Can I DM y'all? Absolutely, Daniel. We are Florida with 5, the number 5 on Instagram. The link to our Instagram is right down in the description of this video, so you can definitely click on that, follow us, and send us a message on there. Assistant to the regional manager says, any advice to get to live in Florida permanently from Scotland? Any estimate for how much money I should save up loan? Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to look into that, but I don't know all the costs associated with moving from another country. But that is actually a very intriguing question, and something I think now that you said that, I'm probably going to start doing some research and making a video about. I assume there's obviously costs associated with getting over here. I wouldn't bring any of your stuff. I'd start from scratch. But I don't know what the extra costs are associated with like getting a work visa and things like that. So that's something to look into. Maybe Clara knows. Clara, if you know, please let us know. Kristen says, my husband, daughter, and I are coming down in the beginning of April to check out a few areas. Claremont, Wesley Chapel, Lakeland, and Davenport. Any other issues you would suggest? Issues or areas? Those are all good areas. Lakeland, Davenport. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely, if you're checking out the Davenport area, definitely check out Haines City and Claremont as well. They're both very affordable. Everything on your list is great. As far as schools, none of them have great public schools, but all those areas you said have awesome charter or magnet schools. So I would definitely, if you have a daughter like you said, reach out to different charter schools in the area and first see if they're accepting new applications for enrollment, because you might find some areas might have a really good school but aren't accepting new students. So that might, hinder what areas you want to go to. So you definitely want to make sure that the area that you pick is actually accepting new students in a school that you'd like to go to. Logan says, I had asked a question last night. Just wanted to say thank you for the info about the utility bills. You're very welcome. Logan, I know that you had reached out to us. I think it was on Facebook. And you guys, anybody, ask us a question. Logan, I think, asked me what are my average utility bills, electricity and water. We're more than happy to share any information with you guys. So definitely reach out to us privately if you have any questions that you forget to ask on the live show. Hit the like button, guys. Just reminding you. Jules says, yay, we can all play volleyball when we come down. Can't wait. Yeah, and lots of these communities have their own like sand volleyball courts too, Jules. So that's cool too. Clara says, tell Brody when he uses mix for muffins to substitute the water for milk and add an egg. See what happens. Ooh, interesting. I'll have to tell him that. I can already smell it. He's got the ones out of the oven, so he'll have to do that next time. Remy says, I'm probably going to take the shoe leather express until gas prices go down, honestly. Yeah, you know what? Nothing wrong with walking. Keeps you nice and lean, too. Christine, yeah, I knew what you meant with the areas, but they're, like I said, you got it narrowed down to a bunch of good ones, so I think you're going to be fine. Daniel uses Verizon, outrageously expensive, but never any problems with connection. Even the drive from Minnesota, Florida, zero issues, so it depends on your priorities. I've heard Verizon is the best service down here in Florida, but yeah, I also heard that they're very expensive. Erica says, you suggest renting first upon arrival until you are comfortable with the area. Erica, I touched on this briefly earlier. The best suggestion I have is if you want to buy a house is to find a short-term rental to stay in for 2 to 3 months. You can get to know the area. You're not tied down to a lease or anything. And you can also take your time to find a place to buy. So that is something that I recommend to everybody that we come across. Jules says, do you have to pay for charter schools? No, Jules, they're 100% free. And Alicia, sorry, late answer, but I was working with someone else before you guys gave me your guys' info, but I will call him though. Perfect, Annalicia. Thank you. Christine says, are you able to help us with your realtor skills when we decide to make the move? Are those areas yours? Yes, Christine, all of them except for Wesley Chapel. If you choose that, I do have a contact there that I'd be able to happily send you to, but all the other areas you mentioned from Lakeland, Davenport, all those areas I do service. Drew says we have meetings set up with Highland Homes, Meritage, and Southern Homes. Any experience with them? No, Drew, I don't have any experience with them. Is that in our area here? Sanderson say moving from overseas, you will need a mover that is registered with U.S. Transport Company too, so you can get your stuff cleared through customs. It's not cheap. Yeah, and I suggest anybody moving from overseas, just start fresh, right? You're just gonna pay so much money to get your stuff moved. I mean, if you have like boxes of pictures or something like that, that are very sentimental items, maybe send them, you know, like UPS Air or whatever you got to do. Not UPS, would it be UPS? Yeah, it would be UPS. FedEx, whatever, some postal service, send them air freight and get them over here, but don't bring large bulky stuff. You're just going to overpay for that. Jasik says, have you been to Destin, Panama City Beach area? If yes, any comparisons to where you live? We are planning to retire on PCB this year, live in Utah. I have not been quite in that area. I have been to Navarre, which is by Pensacola. Absolutely love that area, and it does not compare to here. I mean, the sand and the beaches and stuff kind of does remind me of Gulf Coast areas like Sarasota. But other than that, I mean, the water is just an emerald green color. It's absolutely gorgeous. Daniel says, so just a ballpark question, how much money would I need to save a month till November to get around 10 grand? Well, let's do the math here. We got February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. I'd say $1,000 a month at least, every month until then. Joe said Verizon will be expensive unless you use Verizon prepay. Same awesome service, half the price. Awesome to know. Thank you, Joe. Probably same service, like you said. Sanderson say we got lucky. Military moved us, save a lot of paperwork and costs too. That is awesome. Steve, I hope to meet you guys one day. It would be great to honor to be your closest friend. We'd love that, Steve. We would always welcome new friends. The assistant to the regional manager says, is it rare to meet a British or Scottish person in Florida? Just curious how diverse it is there. No, not at all. I actually just spoke with British people today. We did the move out inspection of our last place, and it was a British couple, older British couple. Tons of British people down here in Florida.
It's everywhere. It's so diverse here. I love it.
Drew says Winter Haven, Frostproof, and Sebring. Okay, I didn't. Yeah, they're a little bit. You know, they're not in the Davenport area, so I have not quite heard of them yet. I haven't dealt with any homes yet down towards that area. So I'm sure I will become familiar with them, Drew, but not as of yet. Tony says, hello from Greenfield, Wisconsin. 8 inches of snow on the way tomorrow.
Wow.
Ouch, Wisconsin's getting a bunch of snow. Mm-hmm. Paula says, what is minimum wage there? Paula, it just got past $15 an hour minimum wage. Now that is through the next, I think, 5 years. It's going to gradually go up. Minimum wage here right now is 7 something. So throughout the next 5 years, it's going to gradually go up incrementally until 15. Remy says, what are some things I should stay away from in Florida, like certain areas or animals? Not sure what to expect. Remy, just do your research on poisonous snakes.
Yes.
There are lots of snakes here. However, most of them are harmless. There are some harmful ones. You got your rattlesnake, pygmy rattlesnake, coral snake, water moccasin. I know I'm forgetting one.
Did you say coral?
Yeah, I did. There's another one. Diamondback. So you got different snakes to watch out for. They're pretty rare to see them, but they are around, so you definitely want to be aware of them. Daniel says, good advice. Thank you very much, Daniel, for acknowledging a fellow viewer. Thank you. Oh, shoot. I missed Lady Fox saying, love your hair, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Sanderson say, I don't know much about as you guys, but I'm a weirdo, research everything.
That's
how I
awesome.
found y'all and get so much out of your Facebook group, too. Thank you so much, Clara.
Yes, thank you.
Assistant regional manager says, what areas do you service? Everything as far south as Lakeland, as far west as Claremont, Winter Garden. I'll go over to Kissimmee area, all the way past Kissimmee, up towards like Sanford North. So the entire Central Florida area. Unknown says, was 5 degrees in Pennsylvania today. Need to get to Florida as fast as possible. Yes, you do.
Oh my goodness.
Paula, yeah, it is a low wage, but like I said, they're upping it to $15 an hour throughout the next 5 years. Yeah, don't miss the snow, Daniel, right? Remy says, one of my friends told me to stay away from the banks of ponds and rivers because of animals. Not sure why. You know,
Gators.
Being an adult, you're going to be okay. A gator is not, well, I shouldn't say it won't.
No,
but
that's not necessarily true.
for the most part, I mean, you are aware of your surroundings. Now, a 2 or 3-year-old is not aware of their surroundings.
Or a dog.
So yeah, even if you have little dogs, don't walk them around ponds and stuff
No.
because there are alligators in nearly every pond you see. You might not see the alligator, but it doesn't mean they're not there. And lots of times they're lurking right below the surface, right near the water's edge. So we all saw a few years ago what happened to, unfortunately, a little boy at Disney World. Got snatched by a gator right by the water's edge. So that does happen. We've seen it recently this year with a bunch of dogs on Facebook and stuff too. So you definitely don't want to be near the water's edge if you can help it. And if you are, just be mindful of your surroundings. Kim says, there's a Facebook group called Florida Snakes ID or something similar to that. Yes, we're part of that group, and we've posted in there to ask about snakes that we found.
I love that group. They answer so quickly.
Yes, they do. Christine says, we have been looking at houses on Zillow, etc. Is it as hard as it seems to find a house not with an HOA with a pool? I swear I never seen any. We'd be fine with a lower HOA and our own pool, but we aren't sure how to narrow it down. Are there certain areas that just don't have backyard pools? Some of them, yeah. I showed some clients last week a couple houses with no HOA and a pool, so they are there. Don't let HOAs scare you guys. Lots of them are very low, and I'm talking, anywhere from $50 to $150 a month. Something you're not going to notice drastically on your monthly payment. And the HOA is there to protect you as a homeowner. Now, if you move to an area without an HOA, your neighbor could move in. He could park cars on his yard. He could do his laundry out in the driveway. He could put couches on his porch. And that's really going to drive down your property value.
And I'm going to tell you, it is noticeable. It is noticeable when you go into a neighborhood that does not have an HOA and one that doesn't. And I will tell you from experience, like, we're walkers. We're big walkers. It is frustrating when you're in neighborhoods that you cannot even have your children bike or push a stroller or anything because nobody really uses their garages to put their cars in. Everything is always storage in there. So you've got people that have
everything out on their lawn.
Yeah. So and they're parking on the grass and just all of that. So
you can move in, and this might be your thing, but you can move into a place and, all of a sudden the house next door goes for sale. Somebody else moves in. They could put goats and chickens outside for all you know. HOA protects you as a homeowner and protects your property value. Hi, Dad. Thank you for joining.
Hi, Grandpa.
Patrick says, any churches to recommend around Davenport? We haven't been to any churches here yet. There is one
we're doing our research
right down the road from us that we've been researching on that we're about to try out, and we don't want to recommend anything until we go there, so we're going to try it out and let you guys know. Joe says, do you guys have any pets? We are trying to figure out where to get our dog groomed in Davenport or any surrounding areas.
We have Spike, who is a leopard gecko.
We have a gecko. We had rabbits we had to get rid of when we moved here, unfortunately. We got them adopted, so we're happy about that. But there is, what is the one I see? I always see this mobile dog grooming truck. It's called like Muddy Mutts, I think. And I see them all over the place, so that might be a place to check out. Remy says, honestly, would love to live in a big city like Miami, but I heard it's really bad crime-wise. Yeah, there's some bad parts of Miami. So that's kind of why I'm hesitant about moving there. Tampa's going to be big enough for you, Remy. Trust me, Tampa's a big area. Do not miss the cold air, says Daniel. Love walking around outside in the middle of January and not having my face hurt. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, hi, Grammy.
George says nice air. HOA equals nice area. No HOA equals the hood. All very true. You know, it's not always true though, because
Right.
one neighborhood I did go to the other day, and it's right. It's funny because I didn't even know this neighborhood existed. My clients found a home they wanted to see, and I was very surprised when I looked at the paperwork and saw it was no HOA. It was right off of 192, which if anybody knows the whole Disney World area, that's like in the heart of like Disney World. You know, it's right by Celebration. It was this older neighborhood, a bunch of ranch homes, probably built in about the 80s, and each of them had over an acre lot. It seemed like the whole neighborhood was older people, you know, but all the homes were well kept, and this house had a
cool.
pool, and there was no HOA. So
Where was that?
It was right off of 192 by Celebration.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was a very nice neighborhood. The house needed a little work. It was a 3-bedroom ranch, 1,500 square feet, with a pool. Again, pool needed a little work. It was a little, you know, moldy, things like that, power washing. So if you're looking to do the work, the house was listed at like $280,000, and then they went to put an offer in on it, and it was gone. So they go quick. Christine says, gotcha, thank you. We are coming from Connecticut, and communities like that are few and far in between, so the whole HOA thing scares us a little, so thank you because we weren't thinking of it that way. Of course, you're welcome. Erica says, I'm so torn between Tampa and Orlando area. They both got their goods and their bads, you know, and it really depends. If you have a job that ties you to one, that might be an issue, you know. School-wise, they both have about the same schools. Price-wise, they're both about the same. Do you want to be closer to theme parks, or do you want to be closer to the beach? That's really the question there, I think. George says Miami equals New York or Chicago with palm trees. Yeah, you're about right there. Tony says looking for an area kind of like Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Oh
Well,
my goodness, Waukesha.
Waukesha with palm trees, right? Logan says, do you guys see any huskies around? I have a purebred husky that might not like the warm weather. I have seen some
Would
out
you
for walks, yeah.
Going back to Waukesha, would you say like Haines City?
Areas of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Areas, the newer areas of Haines City. Waukesha I think Liz, my sister, used to live in Waukesha, right? Was that right?
I used to play
so
softball a lot.
there was a
there.
lot of older homes where she was at, and Haines City, the areas that, there's some areas like that. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Logan says, do you guys, we already answered that. Wanting to leave Illinois says, keep hearing something about CDD and HOA. Can you explain the difference? Yeah, CDD is like a community development thing. It's paying for all the roads and sewers and stuff that the developers had to do to make the neighborhood. You will find a lot of newer areas that have CDD, but you'll also find some that don't have CDD. So CDD is definitely not something I would recommend for new buyers, I guess, because it's going to tie you to those fees for a while. HOA is more of like keeping upkeep on the common areas, all the amenities, things like pools, parks, things like that. They'll keep the upkeep for. Again, the CDD is community development fees, and that's like all the development that took place for making the sewers and the electrical work and things like that in the area. Joe says 95 watching, only 33 likes. Come on, everyone, hit that like button. You got to refresh your page, Joe. We're at 82 likes. Jules says it's hard to deal with cockroaches. I was gonna make a TikTok about this
Yes,
the other
you
day
were.
because people often ask about the difference between palmetto bugs and cockroaches,
And it's
really
nothing.
there is no difference.
Yeah.
A palmetto bug is a cockroach. It's a nicer way of saying cockroach, so people don't think that your house is nasty or something.
Yeah.
Palmetto bugs are cockroaches, guys. A palmetto bug, if you look it up on Google, Wikipedia says it is the American cockroach. So
Ugh.
palmetto bugs are cockroaches.
And they're gross. And they're by sewers, guys. They
Yes.
hang out there.
Tampa seems to have cultural edge on Orlando. However, Orlando is new, very touristy, a lot more transients. The economy is based on tourism and the service industry. Yeah, for the most part,
Yeah.
construction is huge here too, as it is in Tampa as well. Remy says, I hope to find me a nice Latina to settle down with.
Oh, my
I need to
goodness.
find me a woman that will be on my side every step of the way in my career and support me emotionally when the going gets tough. And make you some great Puerto Rican food or something,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Any good places to look?
Oh, my goodness.
Match.com? No, really anywhere. You're going to see people
Yeah,
all over the
you'll-
place.
yeah.
Especially if you're a musician, Remy. You're going to
Yeah.
be fine. If your top priority is being close to beaches, Tampa is probably better because many prefer Gulf beaches. You're right, Daniel. Jules says, so the cockroaches that crawl in the house. Yes, that's them.
Yeah.
Palmetto bugs are what people call
And an
cockroaches.
exterminator is going to call it a palmetto bug, but it is a cockroach.
Yes, it is. Well, we're all caught up, Lindsay, and we're at an hour and 20 minutes.
Lucy is wanting to watch a movie with us.
Oh, so we got to go do
We
that.
better go do that.
All right, guys. So we're going to end the broadcast. We
Yes.
as always, appreciate all of you, and thank you so much for watching us this evening.
Yes.
Remy says I learned Spanish for my high school crush. If that doesn't show commitment, there you go.
That is commitment.
He's got a thing for the Latinas.
Oh, yes.
You know.
You will do just fine. And send us your music.
Yes,
I'm
send us
serious.
your music. We're looking forward to getting DMs from all the people that said they're going to. So we definitely will be getting back to all of you. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you next time. Next time.
Next time.
Next time.
Next time.